Pakistan is facing its deadliest floods in years. Since June 2025, devastating monsoon rains and flash floods have killed over 739 people, including 197 children, with authorities calling this one of the worst flood disasters in recent history. The ongoing floods in Pakistan have already displaced thousands, destroyed over 4,000 homes, and forced evacuation of more than 100,000 people. Pakistan ranks as the fifth most climate-vulnerable country globally, contributing less than 1% to greenhouse gas emissions, but facing catastrophic impacts year after year. Right now, as we speak, Pakistan is underwater. The 2025 monsoon floods have killed over 739 people since June, with KPK province bearing the worst impact. More than 25,000 people have been evacuated from flood-affected areas, and rescue operations are ongoing. In August, Punjab faced devastating floods triggered by unusually heavy monsoon rains and overflowing rivers. The eastern rivers flowing from India to Pakistan swelled beyond their banks, inundating vast stretches of farmland and displacing thousands of families. Crops of cotton, rice, and sugarcane were washed away, dealing a severe blow to farmers who rely on seasonal harvests for survival. Villages were cut off as roads and bridges collapsed, forcing many residents to take shelter in makeshift camps. Beyond the immediate destruction, the floods highlighted Pakistan's growing vulnerability to climate change as extreme weather events become more frequent and intense across the country.
Pakistan faces both extremes. Earlier this year, temperatures again soared above 50 degrees Celsius in some regions, made 30 times more likely by climate change. The country is trapped in a cycle of deadly heat waves followed by devastating floods, often in the same year. Agriculture, employing 38% of Pakistan's workforce, is collapsing. Water availability has dropped from 5,260 cubic meters per person in 1951 to just 1,000 in 2016. Climate change costs Pakistan $38 billion annually, money this cash-strapped nation desperately needs for development. What makes Pakistan's floods deadlier is the housing societies built illegally on riverbeds. The River Protection Act prohibits construction within 200 feet of rivers, but this law is routinely ignored. In Punjab and KPK, civilian deaths in recent floods were directly linked to poorly built homes near riverbeds swept away by flash floods. Elite housing societies like Defense Housing Authority developments encroach on waterways, fertile lands, and floodplains. These societies contribute to a $1.5 trillion informal economy, with 40% of diaspora remittances fueling speculative land grabs rather than sustainable development. Poor communities in mud huts on riverbeds suffer most. Their flimsy homes collapse quickly, while elite developments destroy the ecosystems that could protect everyone. In Karachi, a port city in Pakistan, unchecked sprawl into the Indus River Delta reduces biodiversity and heightens flood risks. These developments increase fossil fuel use, air pollution, and destroy wetlands critical for flood mitigation. The tragic irony? Similar devastation happened in 2010, yet nothing changed. Weak municipal enforcement and corruption allowed developers to build in high-risk zones, often with support from powerful elites. Pakistan's governance crisis runs deeper than most realize. Military-affiliated housing schemes like DHA are often prioritized over public welfare, diverting resources from climate resilience.
Consider this stark contrast. Pakistan's 2025 defense budget is $9 billion, while the Ministry of Climate Change received just $9.7 million. The military's influence in governance has led to misplaced priorities, focusing on defense spending over climate action. Housing societies often involve powerful elites, including military officials who benefit from free plots. This creates regulatory capture. The very people who should enforce building codes are profiting from violations. The absence of strong local government institutions means no proper land use planning. Provincial governments fail to relocate communities from high-risk areas, and many people attribute floods to divine will rather than human factors like illegal construction. The human cost is staggering. The 2022 floods led to 1.6 million malaria cases, while 44% of Pakistani children suffer from malnutrition. Eco-anxiety is rising among youth, and women face increased isolation and violence during climate crises. Despite governance failures, innovation is emerging. Architect Yasmin Lari's bamboo and lime homes in Sindh are flood-resistant and empower communities to build sustainable shelters. These solutions show what's possible when innovation meets local needs. The previous government of Imran Khan achieved some successes. The 10 billion tree tsunami program planted 1 billion trees, increasing forest cover by 6.3% in KPK province. Pakistan aims to cut 50% of projected emissions by 2030 and expand renewable energy. But progress is hampered by political instability and the same elite capture affecting housing policies. Pakistan's story isn't just about climate change. It's about how governance failures amplify natural disasters. By tackling riverbed construction, reforming military-dominated priorities, and demanding global climate justice, Pakistan can build a resilient future. The solutions exist, from bamboo homes to proper urban planning. What's needed is the political will to prioritize people over profit and communities over elite interests. If this opened your eyes to the real story behind Pakistan's climate crisis, subscribe for more content exploring how governance and climate intersect. What surprised you most about Pakistan's challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments below.